Okay. Um, we are trying to start our.
You have to talk pretty loud.
We are trying to start our early uh, summer gardening, but we started before the winter. The most important thing now we are doing is to do what we call soil amendment, organic soil amendment. When you look inside this container, I will be using for the summer to grow my vegetables. You will see I have dumped my organic grass, the lawn I got from my lawn, and you will see pieces of them here. I'm gonna use them as a compost. And also some of eggshell we use for breakfast. This eggshell will supply some kind of calcium I need for my soil. Later in the season, after all this thing I mixed together and got my required soil amendment, I will go ahead and test my soil, make sure I have the composition of nutrients and I need for my summer garden. Okay? I try to remain within the content of my work, my research, what I consider an integrated farm management. An integrated farm management, some people understand it in a wrong way, but as a scientist, anything you can put together to get the final result at the lowest cost, that's what we consider as integrated farming. Okay, what are my factors that I will use to reduce this cost? You know, I could have gone to Home Depot or store and buy already soil that already contain all this, but at a higher cost. That means at the end of my production, I may not recover those costs. So, but there is not another way. Some people call it recycling method, which is okay. Some people call it organic, using compost to create that required manure and clay soil you need. So, to save costs of production, which is my main goal, I try to use my old soil. You can see that this container is not fully, it's not full yet, but over time, with this compost, while I compost, I make sure I remove the seed already formed on the ground, because they could introduce weed like this in my soil, which I don't want. So once I mix all this organic compound, remember my target is to use pure organic compound. So one of them is the grass I've cut from my garden. If you look inside here, you'll also see a mixture of eggshells that I got from my breakfast. I use for my breakfast, but now I'm gonna use it as to introduce organic minerals like calcium into the soil. However, I also have some fruit. If you look at here clearly, you're gonna see some pieces of fruit I harvested from my tree over there. You know, after eating it, I put them together. They become my compost. So I'm gonna leave it here for a couple of months. In California, we have advantage of sun and heat. All these things come together with a little water I'm gonna add through irrigation. We produce a good compost to together. And over the time, what is my goal? I'm trying to create the type of soil that will be humus, which is full of nutrients to grow my crop that look like this before starting planting my tree. Planting not by tree, I made a mistake, my vegetables or whatever I want to plant. You can also use it for tree. But again, like I said, make sure you have all the compounds that can degenerate after the sun has feed it, and then also a little water to give you a great manure made up of organic compound. As we go along in the season, I will be showing you the growth analysis of the crop I'm using. I will use to observe the result of soil amendment I have done, over time. But what I would like to really do here between these two containers is that over here, I think I will try a different techniques. The compost mixture of mostly leaves that will be shedded during the winter. I will feed them up here. But over here, I will differentiate it with a lot of turf. That means the grass I got from my backyard here, okay, I put it here. In that case, I can use this as a control because I have done it before. I can use it as an experiment and see over time. But I'm gonna put the same crop, the same vegetable crop. It could be tomato, it could be onions, okay? At the end, it will give me a good comparison result that to show me this type of soil amendment is better than this type of soil amendment. At this time, my hypothesis could be anything. I don't know which one will give me a better result. But once I measure my yield at the end of season, crop season, I measure my yield either by weight, by kilo, and then that result will simple realize. In that case, I will create my conclusion of between these two containers of different composition of the soil, which one is better. Then I will make recommendations so some of the small farmers or bigger growers who are dependent on me to come out with a new organic way of growing crop. Thank you. But this video will continue from where we stopped today because this is not the only container or size of container I would like to achieve. I want to get this soil amendment up to this end here so that once I water them, some of them will come down and depress, and then I will lose a lot of soil. In that case, I'll make sure my root of the crop are covered very well and give them opportunity to do well. Okay, remain connected with me. I'll continue by process, by stage, educating the small scale farmers and how to make a simple backyard garden with a lot of yield. Thank you very much.